Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, sim racing fans of all ages, tonight we are live from the bright lights of Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's going to be fun for the Bump and Run Cup Series. 145 laps stand between these drivers and a victory between this 1.5 mile oval. It's going to be tricky, fast, fun, and bumpy, and always unpredictable. My name is Sean Stam. Welcome in here live to Stam Studio Network. I got the one, I got the only Justin Yalman-Tater. Justin, welcome in. How are you doing? And man, we're continuing to round up the the schedule here. Only about 4 more races to go.
Yeah, and it's going by very, very quickly. Glad to be here another Tuesday night with you folks here, and ought to make for some good racing. Hope to gamble your life away or either gamble it all for a win.
Yeah, gonna be fun to watch, and then we're gambling here tonight, and then it is a survival of the fittest there next week at Talladega. Martinsville then rounding out the season up and over at Phoenix. Take a look at the point standings as it continues to, it's still some really nice battles, but really up in that top 3. Kyler McCarthy, Tyler Massey, Austin Mice, Matthew Fitz still lurking up there, sitting 4th in the points, and then Tyler Myers.
Yes,
We're starting to get to the nitty-gritty, Justin. We're going to cut live to virtual trackside action. What's going to be something to watch here is take a look at that weather. Those right side tires going to wear pretty quick.
Yeah, Sean, I can't see anything.
Nope, I got you.
So ought to be a great night for racing. Got to make sure, obviously, each and every week, got to take care of those tires. Make sure you take care of the tires. They're going to take care of you. And really seeing how the lines come into play here. Wondering where everybody kind of goes. If the bottom seems to be it, or we're going to have some people dabbling up there against the wall, and how, again, like we said, tire wear. That's going to be the main key here tonight. 81 degrees, not too hot, not too cold, a little hot for me. 145 laps here tonight, here in Viva Las Vegas. So, as Elvis would say, ought to make for some good racing, man. I don't know. Vegas is one of them tracks that's either really, really tight and great racing, or it's a crash fest. Hopefully we get the first of the two.
And that's kind of exactly what I saw from some fixed races, but keep an eye there. After about we complete lap 10 on these stints of tires, it's going to be fun to watch, as these cars will be a handful. Real quick, Austin Mice slaps it on the pole with a 29.315. That's pretty big for one of our top 3 in the point standings. Cameron Smith, who is really lit up here on the second half of this season. Kyler McCarthy, Robbie Bice, Stan Mayberry, Matthew Fitz, Samuel Archibald, Tyler Massey, Charles Van Schwick, Sean Judson, John Holliday, and Daniel Higgins running at the top 12.
Let's take a look here, looking back in beneath the field here. 13th on back. That's going to be Willie B. Roberts. Then 13th, Chris Campbell. 14th, Joe Stott. 15th, Brian Huntley Jr. 16th, Brandon Moore. 17th, and Terry in the 18th position.
All right, everybody. Barney's got that green flag in his hand, ready to rock and roll here from Sin City. We're live at the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway for 145 laps. Get up, stand up for your life, and don't you ever give up that fight. Austin Mice, Cameron Smith, Robbie Bice. Look at Kyler McCarthy. He's trying to make that outside, now diving back into the inside.
Looking to the inside. That's the Kyler McCarthy machine. Outside, Cameron Smith. Working their way down the backstretch. Here comes Smith. Going to have a great run as they come back off in 3 and 4. Working their way around 3. He's going to complete the pass, but here comes Austin back on the inside. No, he's going to stay right behind that number 9 machine, and they kind of just play cat and mouse here. A lot of battling going back on behind them. Let's take a look and see here who we got. Look at that. Stan Mayberry, Matthew Fitz, Tyler Massey, all right there together. That's right there for the 4th position as they work their way back off of turn number 2.
Still side by side from about 5th and 6th on back. Then you got Stan Mayberry, Sean Judson starting to go at it as well, but we kind of saw it up here in the front. I think Kyler McCarthy, maybe he booked it there a little bit too deep there into turn number 3. Didn't quite get the reservation set there, and he's going to have to fall back at least to where he started. We saw him cut to that inside line, but not quite making it happen there. And going to, he's going to have to keep those tires underneath him as well, as he can't fire it too deep off into these corners earlier on. So in that pre-race, we mentioned about lap 10, lap 15 is when we're going to see some fall off. Take a look at that Red Bull Racing Ford Mustang. I believe that's Samuel Archibald, Daniel Higgins up top, and the Menards number 2 Ford Dark Horse Mustang. We got some Ford power going at it side by side across the stripe. This is for 10th and 9th.
Working their way around through here. Archibald down there on the low side, Higgins up top. Mr. Charles back there. Charles having to work his way kind of around through the field here. Didn't have the greatest of qualifying efforts. And looking back at it, 4th right there. Who's having that Ford machine?
Big John Holiday.
John Holiday. I know Gregson looking at that's the machine. I've been looking there on the inside of SpongeBob. Here he comes. Going to look inside. Charles following just a little bit here since the start. Going to have to maybe find a little bit, and Cameron Smith really opening up this gap up front, starting to put it between him and Austin. And here comes McCarthy. They're all just kind of lined up single file. You got everybody kind of spread out here. You got some running the bottom, some running the middle. Sean, kind of what would be your preferred line here? You more of a bottom of the line, bottom kind of guy, or are you going to just stick on the outside?
You know, it's interesting, the line that we see Robbie Bice right here, probably the preferred line. It's probably going to be a little bit slower around that bottom line, but you're avoiding kind of some of the bumps that we're going to hit there, especially in 3 and 4. The fastest line, I think it's, well, excuse me, a little bit faster line is this second line here up the track that you can run both in turns of 1 and a 3 entry, but you've got to be careful on that throttle input. Want to save some tires here for a little bit longer run if you can. Try and get off that throttle and get back on it smooth.
Yeah, you got to take care of this hot rod. Here comes Robbie Bice. Going to look into the picture of my fellow Alabama native down there out of Montgomery.
Right there behind
Robbie. Try to put. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, look at the drivers try to avoid those bumps. That's some more side-by-side from Sean Judson, Daniel Higgins, Charles Van Schwick, and Samuel Archibald, but that just caught my eye real quick because they're still running those top and bottom lines, well, middle and top.
Middle, top, bottom, everybody kind of spreading out here. Nobody going to check up too much. Everybody's just going to keep the hammer down. That W Energy machine right there. Justin doing everything he can try to right now to get past Stan Mayberry, but Mayberry making it pretty hard.
Here comes Charles Van Schwick once again, and that is our race winner from the Roval 1 week ago. He was really battling with Daniel Higgins. Well, just got back by Daniel this week on the oval. Now Sean Judson, looks like Charles going to make his way back by him. So Charles, he's starting P9 up to P8 right now, continuing to march his way through the field, getting some deja vu as this isn't the first time we've seen it. We got some Kerry, we got some Ted action down there live in YouTube land, and we have a 6/10 of a second battle for the race lead, starting to slowly heat up. Kerry, I think I know who you're rooting on here tonight. It's Kyler McCarthy. He's sitting looking pretty good.
Damn it.
Oh!
Damn it. Oh! It's a joke.
Hey, that's a new face and a new place there on that live driver cam, and then, hey, the fans.
You're working out well, man.
Talk about some micro adjustments. Good
Oh,
eyeball
what
there.
they do, Chuck? Goat Racing, baby. For all your die casting needs, make sure to check out Goat Racing.
Hey, quality is the name of the game there, especially compared to some other bigger names there in the diecast world. So Charles Van Schwick, once again, that's Goat Racing Diecast on Facebook, as well as I believe he's got some at the website working. Hey, his logo actually made it into the new NASCAR 2025 game.
Seen that. That's pretty cool.
I'm saying. Speaking of
That's
some
pretty
logos,
cool.
making it into some games, that Stam Studio Network Tyler Massey machine sitting up there in the top 3 in the points. He's having to deal with Matthew Fitz right now. That number 69 Monster Energy Chevrolet Camaro, teal wheels and all, is starting to come to life right now. Looking down the inside, flames flying out the exhaust pipe. Justin, I think you come from some drag racing as well. Talk about what flames out the exhaust pipe means.
Flames out the exhaust pipe, which usually means you're shifting. If you'll notice when they go through the corner, you'll see a little puff of flame just backfiring a little bit there. And so that you're just going to see a puff of flame pop out, and away they keep rolling.
Yeah, you're getting off the throttle pretty aggressively if you do see flames pop out there. And speaking of pretty aggressively, look at this. Oh, what just happened with Cameron Smith?
About wrecked. Talking about aggressive throttle, I think he got a little aggressive with his exit.
Man, I was just about to start to compare some lap times there, but I guess no more need for it. Looks like he's going to live to fight another day, as here's a quick race replay of it. Oh my, what a save! I was looking over here at timing and scoring, man. He formula drifted that one out of 4. What did I say about lap 10 here? What are we about? Yeah, we're 13, coming to 14 this time. Yeah, these tires are starting to get a little upset. You have to be careful here, boys.
Careful. He's going to go back and have to try to figure that one out and stop trying to do everything he can to do everything he can to get back there towards the front. Cameron Smith had a fast hot rod. That number 9 napkin machine, I mean, he's got some speed. But now here comes Fitz. Looking the inside. Ooh, he's going to ride right up to it. Woo!
The pass there from Fitz. Looks like Charles Van Schwick is trying to do that same thing, trying to make the inside happen there. That's another thing that you really have to be careful on, is sliding the front right as well as the right rear there out of turn number 4. If you don't get the car set up the way you want in turn number 3, well, it's going to be starting to bite you in the rear. Austin Mice, well, he's looking like he's biting this whole field in the front right now. But Tyler McCarthy, he's not going anywhere. He's got to start to lurk on that rear bumper.
Look at how tight Tyler is. He is right there on the apron going through the corner right there. Is about half the groove up right there. You're going to work your way down to the white line as best as you can and let that car kind of rotate up, come off the corner, get it right against the wall, and really try to play this aero game. Let's watch the speed as he comes off through here. As he tap the brakes in, or is it just let off and release? Nope, it's just let off and release. So stretch the left foot there. Keep it sane, or keep it sane somewhat. Pause.
That one scared me.
Booga booga boo.
Man, trick or treat, smelling some feet. That was not even, I didn't even think of that one, but we got some Hornets next action happening here. Charles Van Schwick, be careful with it, buddy. We got no faster pairs, but we're running 2 by 2 by 2 from about 7th on back.
Side, kind of looking like Michael Myers looking to go get somebody. Here comes the 9. And how about it? We talked about it earlier. He was kind of fading off, but look at that number 41 machine. Here comes Chalk back to the outside. He's kind of made him a lot work. He has marked his way all the way up to 7th, currently looking for 6th in marker wall.
Brian Huntley Jr. starting to join this battle as well. I think Brian Huntley Jr. could have possibly been saving some tires earlier on with that jockey Shane Van Gisbergen inspired number 88. We've seen some long run speed from Brian Huntley Jr. before, and right now it's definitely looking like the name of the game. Kind of yin and yang there is Cameron Smith there. Was fast on the short run, but continues to struggle. Look who's joining this battle as well. Chris Campbell, Brandon Moore, the 69 and the number 8. Chris Campbell climbs the hill out of turn number 4.
Climbing that hill outside, gonna have to make sure you don't get up there in the marbles. This is just a big hornet's nest right here. Here goes Smith, gonna float up the racetrack. I don't know if maybe some of these guys need a caution, need a set of tires, burn them up or what, but And they're doing everything, floating everywhere, floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee, but it ain't really helping them none. Oh, man, Brian Huntley Jr. crossed the nose of the 43.
Hey, we got some...
Hey, why'd
Did you back out? No, it's too late to back out now.
No, I'm trying to say it without laughing. How do you make a tissue dance? You put a little boogie in it. I'm figuring out how to use sounds now on Discord. It's over for everybody else.
We're done for now. We got.
I hope these are coming across on the stream and I'm not just sound like an idiot.
They dang well should be. Really quick,
yeah.
we have Irish down there live in YouTube land saying that sucks for
Joe.
him. I think Joe Stipe went for an early spin there. You see, it's actually out of the race. We'll take a quick look at. Also got Zero the Racer saying, yeah, Cameron pushed it too soon. We also got Terry joining us as well. Let's take a quick look at Joe's incident. I think this was, I mean, it's had to be like lap 2 or 3 of the race. Also, Joe, we appreciate you for being an avid Stam Studio Network member there. Getting some perks there week in, or month in and month out. But no perks this time. Hard on the outside wall. What happened? Was it just getting too deep? Oh, lucky he didn't tag the 14 to Terry.
That was a mean hit. My goodness. That was almost like a William Byron running to the back of Ty Dillon hit.
That's funny. I was thinking about that, like kind of when it happened. Like, how will we see one of these here on Bump and Run Cup Series Tuesday nights? It's kind of reminiscent of it there for that Morton Buildings Dark Horse Ford Mustang. Unfortunately, there's the Joe Stipe going to round this one up in 18th, but look at this nice battle here for that final driver interview position. Man, Matthew Fiss and Robbie Bice have continued to go tooth and nail. This time it's into 1 and 2. Matthew Fiss doesn't quite like to wrap that apron. That kind of second groove up. I like it. Slide up in front of the Robbie Bice, number 28. Take away that air. Make it make that 28 a little bit more tight there out of turn number 2 on the backstretch. Looks like Robbie Bice tries to wrap that apron through 3 and 4 though this time by.
Wrapping apron, trying to hit him with the old razzle dazzle. Got the Monster Energy white scheme in front of you. Get the regular Monster Energy scheme behind. Here comes Bice. He's going to be able to get to the bottom here. Maybe get him a run set up here. This track, Notorious, you've got to set your runs up. You can't just hope we'll get one off the corner and slug it in there. You got to kind of set yourself up going into the corner, coming out of the corner. That's going to be your main passing zones. Don't let this thing over-rotate. You're going to be in the wall and you're going to have a buddy with you. Here comes Fitz. Looking on the inside of the 24 McCarthy. Will McCarthy better get by? No. Fitz at the line.
How about Matthew Fitz, the long run speed? And Justin, I think mad deja vu again right now for the 69, because what is it? It's probably been more than a month. These last couple, 3, 4, 5 races for the number 69. Maybe I just stopped talking about it now, but don't want to give any Sean and Tater curses. But he's had the speed, he's had the pace, and right now, well, he's in a really good place, and that's up there in P2. As sparks started to fly from Kyler McCarthy and Robbie Bice, look who's starting to join this battle as well as Tyler Massey.
Good round, man. Good round.
All right, thank you. I do what I can, can what I do.
Hang on. Let me hit him with a...
Oh, there it is. We're going to turn this thing into a morning talk show, a radio talk show. With all these sound effects.
Hang on. I got it. Don't worry. I got it. I'll need that, and I just need a button command.
Oh, yeah.
And boy, we would lose subscribers real quick.
Well, let's
rewind back here.
I was gonna say, let's try to keep some subs real quick and treat them with a quick rank it up. If the YouTube land down there is okay with it, as well as you, Justin. I think we're gonna take a quick about minute or 2 break. Everybody enjoy the sights and sounds, as well as this battle for P3 starting to heat up. We'll be right back with you. back down. As man, look at Charles Van Schwick go, man on a mission. That SpongeBob number 41 Ford Mustang. Now looking, he's still looking up top of Robbie Bice. I see that look in his eye. He's not going to give up this high line. He's I think one of the fastest cars on track right now. Matter of fact, his last lap was a 30.87, tying to the thousandths of a second our race leader, Austin Mice. We're starting to get good 35 laps down here. Daniel Higgins a little slow on track. I think that dark horse Richmond.
Sorry, I turned my mic off. That's a hand, folks. That's my bad. That's my bad.
Hey, at least you caught it within the first.
Yeah.
Because I
figured y'all probably didn't want to hear me eating my Pop-Tart.
Man, the Justin, as you like to say, man, that one could have been big here with Daniel Higgins. Keeps it out of the outside wall. Becomes a 200-mile-an-hour lawnmower.
Lawnmower might be a overshoot. That was like that was a tractor going through and cutting down hay. Exactly what that was. That was terrifying.
Man, how about Austin?
Can you imagine being a bug in there and just all of a sudden you look up and see a big old car rolling at you?
Oh, that would, Justin, I got a joke here for you. What's the last thing that goes through oh, hang on.
Hang on, let me get my soundboard for it. Okay, go ahead.
What's the last thing that goes through a bug's mind? Smacks a windshield. Or in that case, a next gen.
I don't know.
It's ass!
What's that? It's what?
I think there's something more to that joke I'm missing, but that's all I remember. it's left rear quarter panel. Yeah, there we go. I don't know. Yeah, that's better. That's better.
I think it's Shadow Man or something. I don't need to shut down Sean's income. He's trying to catch us on Twitch or something.
Yeah, we gotta make the switch over to
Twitch/TV/Stam Studio Network.
Dude, Charles Van Schwick, this is what I was talking about earlier on in the race, because he is just either bots qualifying or just not qualifying overall wanted to in the race. But man, that number 41, he continues to show the long run speed, and right now, I mean, I think he really did save some tires earlier on in the race. Last lap by just a tenth or two of a second slower than our race leader. Let's talk about saving some tires and some long run speed, some contact there between Samuel Archibald. He's also showing quite a bit of pace here.
I know what he did. Exactly what he did.
What'd he do?
He decided, somebody probably bet him that he wouldn't go from the back and go to the front. So that's what he did. That's what he'd be doing. He's doing the old front to back challenge. Back to front, excuse me. You never done that?
Sometimes with those official races, yeah, man. If I'm a lower number, I'll let them all battle it out and save some tires and try and pull up Charles. Maybe not up to P4, but man, kind of talking about a man on a mission, continuing to make the top line work. Right there, Brandon Moore and Samuel Archibald end up taking it back, though. But I would keep an eye on that number 41, as well as, man, got to check on Daniel Higgins after he went through a slide through the grass. Falls back to P11, and what happened to Kyler McCarthy? Falls back to P12 as here comes Austin Rice down in the pits.
All right, about that time. So here we go. I'm going to send it down to Mr. Sean Stam. I believe he is teleported down pit road. Sean, you got a copy?
Yeah, I'm down here in the pits. Looks like the number 97 McConey setup shop Chevrolet Camaro is about to head in here down and take, should be 4 tires, and fill this puppy up of Sunoco race fuel. Only 70% fuel for these tires, for these drivers here tonight. He's coming in at lap 43. That's going to be a big number. Keep that in the memory banks. Looks like the right side tire is going up on it now. Invisible air jacks going up on the left. 4-tire pit stop for the 91. I think we're going to send this down to Justin Yalmatator as he's got John Holiday in there as well. Here comes Daniel Higgins.
Yeah, here comes Higgins. He's got that number 2 Menards machine really rolling around through here. Had a great save earlier on in the run. According to the crew, cars real loose coming off the corners. Evidently, I'm going to make a rear adjustment right there with the wedge as maybe play around with the tire pressure. Here he comes. Going to hit his box just right. 3, 2, 1 says the spotter. Here he comes. Right side's going to go on there. Going to come around. Oh, there goes the air hose got stuck in the front bumper. They're going to get it out. Work their way around through here. Left side's going to go on top it off of Sunoco Fuel, and away goes the 2 machine. Back to you, Sean.
Yeah, I'm down here also in the 43 pit box. It's Matthew Fitz. He's led 2 laps tonight. He goes a little bit deep. This is a concrete pit road. It is slippery. It is slick.
Oh.
Matthew Fitz loses positions, loses spots, loses valuable time. He's got the 21 of Samuel Archibald right there with him. The whole field, all the leaders, the whole pack is in.
Here comes the 9 in. Had a great run early on in this race, but the 9 of Cameron Smith slips as the run went on. Really going to be excited to get these new Goodyears on here. Top it off with Sunoco Field. There goes the 24. 4 press tires for him also. Smith, they said he really got real loose coming off the corner earlier on. Had to kind of back down his line. So he made sure in the C. Looks like a hold of some sorts maybe. But I think we're going to be good so far.
That was a slower stop for that number 9. Here comes our race leader in this time by as we're still down here in virtual pit lane, not up in there in the booth. Brandon Moore making his way down in his big pit box. Once again, that's another driver who goes a little bit deep on this slippery, slick pit lane. Brandon Moore, number 8, Budweiser, Dale Earnhardt Jr. inspired paint scheme, staying out a little late on this strategy, leading 3 laps doing so, pitting from P1. It's now Austin Mice who cycles, slices, dices his way back out to the lead. He's got Cameron Smith right up in there in front of him. Looks like that's going to be everybody who just now has pit. I like that, Justin.
Awesome.
We got to do that again.
Hang on, I'm still teleporting.
Yeah, tell him important here.
Hang on, I'm in the bathroom. Yeah, tell him I'm in the bathroom. Hang on. Kidding, folks, kidding. So here we go after cycling back around. Also going to inherit the lead, Mr. Chuck in the 2nd, Tyler Massey in the 3rd, Matthew Fitz in the 4th, Chris Campbell the 5th. Excuse me, Massey the 4th, Campbell the 5th. Fitz works under that 17 machine. Sean Judson going to come out P6. Brandon Moore P7, Brian Huntley P8, Archibald Knight and Daniel Higgins going to round out our top 10 with our first round of pit stops complete.
All right, so Austin Mice now, I mean, talk about making your pit stop, stopping on your marks. I mean, having, especially during green flag pit stop strategies, you got to work this puppy down from, what, about 190 heading out of turn 4 down and into the pits. We saw that was quite a big issue in some real life racing. Austin Mice hitting his marks, I do believe. He did make a little bit of an earlier pit stop strategy, as well as talk about earlier pit stop strategy. Tyler Massey in it about 10 laps earlier than the rest of the field. This is going to be some fun some fun strategy as well as some fun tire wear to watch on that number 17 specifically. Here comes Sean Judson starting to get a little bit closer to Chris Campbell for P number 5.
Working away around through here. Here comes that W Energy machine looking for the inside right there of Chris Campbell. Matthew Fitz down there looking for the inside. Maybe Mr. Chuck, who's that up there? That sun just hits it just wrong. I mean, you can't see nothing. Go flying around through here. That 19 doing everything he can. Looking for the inside of that 69 machine. Chris Campbell. Campbell doing a great job of pinning it off, but that 19 going to have a great run as they head back off into 1 and 2.
Look at
Here
these
we go.
different.
Going to have the runoff. Yeah, go ahead, Sean.
Once again, the different lines just catching my eyeballs real quick, and I think you're about to say that run off of the 68 got. It's a little bit of a switcheroo this time as here comes Sean Judson at W Energy, pancaking. Shout out IHOP once again. He's going to get a little friendly with that outside wall.
Yeah, everybody knows the song. We ain't gonna sing it just yet. We'll wait till maybe somebody else gets it.
Really only had, what is that? Is that one or two? Cautious side? Sorry, you do a little too many of these broadcasts, they all start merging together, but we actually have we've seen some pretty clean and green and mean racing here tonight from these NASCAR Next Gens. I thought the tire wear was going to be the name of the game. It quite frankly has been, but these drivers still giving each other quite a bit of room. I mean, look at the 14 all the way up the track there of Terry Dugay. There, our one Canadian driver here tonight, still hanging out there with them. Graham right behind this little gaggle of the 14 and the 19, trying to split them 3 wide. Looks like he's going to wait, be patient with it as Terry flirts with the outside wall.
Somebody got to do it.
Flirt with it?
At least take them out to dinner first. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's trick-or-treating season.
Yeah. Where you gonna be for Halloween, Sean?
Probably broadcast. No, I don't know. I'll probably I've decorated the house and talk about part of Halloween. Tyler Massey, he's continuing to really, put really good finishing positions here in order, as well as run really nice on the track. He's harvested for that Ford Dark Horse Mustang, got the pumpkin up there on the front. That's kind of his logo, his persona. He's continuing to run really nice up there with it.
And look at this. Look at this thing. Now, we haven't talked about, well, we kind of hit on it earlier, but we didn't really talk a lot in it. So we was talking in the pre-race show. Me and Sean have not bought NASCAR 25 yet. I know. That's what we're going to do in the offseason, I think. Ain't that right, Sean? We're going to do some NASCAR 25 broadcast.
Man, yeah, I think so. And speaking of NASCAR 25 broadcasts, I don't think he can make it tonight. But Tyler Myers, one of the league owners, I think he does some Twitch streaming there himself. But I'm liking the vision there. I'm liking the kind of idea of it. I did try out the iRacing arcade though. Yeah, it's free on Steam right now. A little demo. That was pretty neat.
What is that? Whoa. This is news to me.
Yeah, oh boy. Okay, so how do I say it? Basically, contact down the back straightaway. That's not how I say it. Basically, long story short, iRacing decided to make a little arcade style kind of racing for the video game. Once again, the demo's free on Steam right now, and it's a fun little game. I'm gonna play the hell out of that when it comes out.
Hey, hang on, Sean. If you don't mind, I'm gonna look into this.
Well, you got time to do it here as the caution is out.
Arcade. What is this? All right, let's see.
It's a little
cartoon.
See
what the folk. It's a little cartoon. All right, let's take a look. See this. I know these words. Some of these are words. Can't read though. I see IndyCar. I see everything but NASCAR.
No, I didn't know that. That might be a
problem. A boo. Good luck, Sean.
Go to the.
It don't come out until when?
Oh God. No.
December.
That's not too bad.
Oh my God. Why? Why?
I don't know. It was pretty neat, but you only get one track to play it with. Let's see what happened to old Willie B. Roberts here. I think this is coming on here before his wreck. We'll try and get this one wrapped up before any drivers do find their way down and hit pit lane. Oh, Loose has a goose there on the back stretch. Oh my God.
Oh, buddy.
Gee,
Boy, he knocked
really?
a 71 out of that one.
I don't think there's any 71 left there, just. I mean, look at that puppy, just boom.
You know what that sounds like, Sean?
That's gonna cue it, isn't it?
That's gonna cue it. I fought the wall in. The wall won.
Yeah, he did. Oh my. A little bit too. You saw that late steering input there out of the exit of 4, and I think that's really what really did it there. We got them all coming down pit lane this time by this Austin Mice. That McConey setup shop will stand to your network affiliation there in the 97. That's once again it's a slick. It's a slip and slide pit lane here tonight. Matthew Fitz, Robbie Bice, Kyler McCarthy, Austin Mice, the whole field except Terry Dugay getting his wave around by. How about it? Looks like all 4 tire pit stops here tonight, Justin.
Everybody gonna come in here. Good gosh, it like somebody peed on that hill here. They all come out at once. The race off pit road, gonna put the 17 behind the 8 ball just a little bit.
Now look at Cameron
Way to go.
Smith. Oh no, he's gonna be back there.
Did he catch a penalty or something?
Oh, I think he's just. I mean, we had that sort of cycle back around. I don't think he caught a penalty or anything there. As well as Kyler McCarthy, 2 drivers who were kind of one of our front runners earlier on in the race. Look at Charles Van Swick. I don't know. I don't think he had any damage to repair, but that was a long pit stop. Maybe just stretching the leg. Well, we could have checked there, but looks like Charles Van Swick is going to have to fight his way back up through the pack once again. Oh, Kyler McCarthy with some heavy damage here. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh.
Let's look at what happened to this 24 machine.
Oh, God.
That thing was quick. He had a lot of speed.
Yeah, man, one of our front runners. I'm not seeing any moment here within the. So Kyler or Carrie, if you help us out there, I guess down there in live and YouTube lands. Not sure what or when this had ensued for the number 24, but that's definitely some big aerodynamic damage on the front right, really fender there.
Just, you know, a little moi with a wall. That's all it was.
Yeah, he's already got that damage here, and this was quite a few laps ago. So, looks like Kyler McCarthy, he's keeping strong, keeping quite a bit of pace in the number 24. But that's he's going to be pitting just about every time he can now to try and get that all fixed back up and ironed out.
Hey Sean.
Uh-oh. What we got?
What'd the fish say when it hit the wall?
Ouch.
Nope. Damn.
All right, you got me on that one. You got me.
Well, re-racked, restacked. Here we go. Re-racked, restacked through the start-finish line. They go. Green flag back in the air. They'll make their way back to the start-finish line. Away we'll go.
I saw Austin Mice and Matthew Fitz there really start to squeeze each other on that race restart zone, and then Austin Mice really just slipped the gas there, slipped the tires after he got that number 97 back to moving and grooving. So now it's Fitz to the lead, Campbell to Austin Mice. Here's Sean Dutton, the W Energy Toyota Camry. He's already going to start to rip that middle to higher line, and then we look at all the Ford Mustangs, 10th right now. It's Sean Judson, Tyler Massey, Archibald, Mayberry, Higgins, and Van Swick.
Well, they are 3, 4 wide back through here. Mainly 2 wide. It may got a little crazy at one point. But, man, they are not checking up. Campbell going to lead us around through here. Here comes Fitz, going to look back on the inside. Here comes Huntley. Where did this number 88 hot rod come from?
Pit strategy is starting to really show their hands here tonight. It's all even. It's Chris Campbell, Brian Huntley Jr., Matthew Fitz, all spending about equal time down there in pit lane last time by. So it looks like a 4-tire stop, full of Sunoco race fuel, as well as those lap times. They're starting to look a bit more even as we're just now starting out this stint. But got to keep an eye. We're running lap times of about 29.75. They're going to continue to fall here. Sing it, Justin.
Hey, rock.
Those lap times will continue to fall like a rocket, especially if you're side by side like we see Tyler Massey. Matthew Fitz here starting to lose a little bit of positions as he's now stuck up on the outside. Chris Campbell, Austin Mice, Fitz, and Massey fighting for that final driver interview spot.
I just realized something.
Uh-oh.
I didn't charge my headset, though. my headset just come over the radio and told me, said, "Hey, your battery's low." Oh, that's great to know. Attaboy, Justin. Good job, Yamentator.
The wonders of wireless headsets.
I love it. I enjoy wired one, but it's just kind of hard to drive with my wired headset. So that's why we made the switch. But don't worry, I got my wired one always on standby. That thing don't look too bad.
Well, we know if we lose you here for a couple moments time, at least we know where you went. Didn't leave us in the dust or nothing. Speed, leave him in the dust. Terry Duggan, he has fought back from it. Remember, the number 14 Chevrolet Camaro, what's it say? Right on board locksmith. That's we can hit up that right on board locksmith if you feel better. Lock the keys in or out of the house or car there. Holy, Charles Van Swick is way off the pace. Look at the 14 went by it at Mach 2.
Yeah, I mean, that was, oh my God, like somebody put a jet engine on the back of that thing. What happened to the 41? All right, let's see here. Bifocals out, folks. Bifocals out.
Get him there.
Green. Good.
It's Sean Judson behind him. Samuel Archibald up there in front. Remember, Charles Van Swick has been making the outside line work. Oh, I mean, about lap after lap. Contact with Cameron Smith, but what a save for the 41.
I think the 9 knocked him back.
Knocked him straight.
Going forward. Yeah.
Better look at it. Oh, yeah, he was pretty yawed out into the inside line. I think you nailed that one, Yamentator. Yeah, crickets.
I need to strike up a deal with somebody. Every time that word gets mentioned, I get paid.
Penny?
Penny or
Hey,
dollar,
penny?
it don't matter. Money, baby.
Hey, I like it. But also, like, it's this battle for the race lead. It's heating up. It's looking like Louisiana strip boil out here tonight. That 97 Sam Studio Network affiliated, but Cody set up shop. That's Austin Mice. He's got that inside line working right now. A little bit longer setup, excuse me, a longer run speed on the number 97. Chris Campbell, he made that pit stop strategy work, shot out of a cannon for that Bearded Bear Custom Hives Toyota Camry, but not quite able to hang on to it there for about 5 or 6 laps. What I mentioned earlier on in the pre-race, once we get to about 10, 15 laps onto a set, these drivers are going to start hanging on to him here.
Hang on to what you got. Don't let them. I mean, how many sets did we have? Did we say we had, Sean?
So I may have misspoke earlier. I may have said 3, but according to my notes, I'm glancing down here. It's 4 tire sets available, and I believe that. I mean, we continue to see these drivers on the same strategy call there. Yeah, that's a lot of 5.9s on the bottom of your screen. If you look at the pit stop time as well, 48 seconds, 47 seconds. This one would be a little bit. Yeah, 15-second pit stop. So that's 4 tire stops throughout the field.
Water Sunoco fuel. You want this baby topped out with Sunoco fuel.
So Justin, I mean, I know that you love some oval racing. To your knowledge, maybe of it, walk us through kind of what you see a lap here around Vegas.
Let's hear the folks. Let's let the folks listen to it one lap, and then I'll commentate on that.
Like that. Listen to the throttle pedal.
Across the start finish line we go. Going to work our way through 1 and 2. On board here with Kyler McCarthy. Going to kind of rotate the bottom, get it right here against the white line. Come off the corner. Notice how he kind of feathers it back on there. Doesn't just mat it, because that's how you start spinning that thing. You really got to work the throttle pedal here. There he goes. Back to the white line we go. We're going to slowly start trying to make ground on that
car in front of him. No shifting right here. Your fifth wide open all the way around through this place. We look forward here. That 97, that 68, they have saved nose and tail right there. I mean, maybe half a car, 3/4 of a car as they head back off into 3 and 4, but Campbell really able to hang with Austin here.
Yeah, I'm seeing that as well. I mean, you would think that with the dirty air starting to really push that wake over the front nose of the 68 rear-to-rear customized machine, you start to see Chris Campbell continue to fall like a pebble, like a rock, but really looking like a skipping stone right now. Don't know where that one comes from, but able to hang right up there with Austin Mice. We're continuing to work our way through this pit stop strategy as well. I mean, excuse me, the stint, I guess you could call it here with this, as long as we've made it to end it on this green flag run. Man, if these two drivers continue to kind of battle it out here like this, look at Matthew Fitz, Tyler Massey, Stan Mayberry. They're all within just about a second and a half of this battle for the race lead.
Yeah, nobody's shaking up right here. And if you notice, he's really able to get that high side really working. They are not shaking up. Let's see here. Look at the way he works that corner in there. So go the middle right here, not checking up at a Nederland. Where is Nederland at?
You got me beat if this was Jeopardy or some sort of, no, I don't know.
I'd like to buy a W.
Holy YouTube chat's been popping off here.
Hang on.
We still got Michael Zuber joining in here with us live. That's here in the racer, I believe. Terry is still with us. Edward Molina as well as Terry. He got damage way earlier. That's why he was not picked. Man, I saw that on the front nose of the Kyle McCarthy machine there, Terry, but apologies. Really not able to pinpoint it to one sort of incident. Love SDK Gaming there for live timing and scorings, but still looking on the little bit of a wrinkle that was caused for the Kyle McCarthy machine.
Little wrinkle. And just remember though, what's the days of Thunder saying?
You got
you never heard the saying?
You got a bunch of them there, but which one?
Rubbin's son is racing.
There it is.
I
thought it was going to be about ice cream.
He didn't bang you. He rubbed you, son, and Rubbin's son is racing.
Yeah, we've already seen some rubbing, some contacts, some bump and runs for the Bump and Run Cup Series. But in all seriousness, though, it has been, I think, clean and respectful, some very ethical wheel racing from these drivers time and time again, especially throughout the whole season. We're continuing to wrap things up here. Believe only 3 or 4 more races. And we have to appreciate and thank each and every single one of the drivers for putting on the show for the race fans, the league owners here for continuing to, I mean, throughout the whole season, 28 races, 29 races right now. It almost puts a tear to my eye here, ladies and gentlemen, as well as you guys down there live in Stand Studio Network YouTube lands. Whether you're into the live kind of comment section or just sitting back and relaxing there with a salty snack there, I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, as well as those sponsors and affiliates up there at the top right. Thank you all so very much.
Sean, did you ever think it would blow up like this?
No, not at all, Justin. And I'm realizing I'm forgetting to thank one very special person. That is you, my man. Thank you for spending your time out here with us. And that's a very deep question that you ask. No is my very quick answer to it. As we see this battle for 1, 2, and 3 continue to heat up, but it brings a smile ear to ear, tear to my eye as I get to do what I love, get paid to do it as well as bring you some live racing action here. As I said, with the commentator.
Appreciate you, my man, letting me do it each and every week, and just to kind of go off of what Sean said, appreciate the folks at home tuning in with us each and every week. 15, 20 with you. Tuning in each and every week with us. Hoping next year we're going to double that.
Aye, that's what I'm liking to. That's thinking positive. I like it. Looking forward to what is ahead here for sure. And Man, Austin Mice, he's continuing to work this clean air as well as put the dirty air there on the front bumper of Chris Campbell, Matthew Fitz, Tyler Massey. He's starting to work his way back up into this 3-car battle. What was just a two-car battle, 2-bar battle fun to watch there. But as Austin Mice here starts to work that inside line, Chris Campbell trying to hang on to him there, running the boards there. Here comes Matthew Fitz once again from the short run speed, now to the long run speed. Tyler Massey clear of Chris Campbell.
Here they come. Here comes that 17 machine, that Harvest Stam Studio Ford Mustang coming in. You never go to the outside on turn 4 as my cousin is currently tuning in. What's up, Chris? What's up, Jay? Thanks for watching. Hope I'm making y'all proud. How's your mama and them?
Appreciate you, Chris. Appreciate you, Jay. That means a lot to me. Got some Yamentator family joining in here. That's pretty big.
Boy, they are. Let me tell you, we took Jace for the first time to Talladega a couple of years ago. And that boy, we created a monster. Caution! We got a caution on the speedway. Who died? Was that the 9? It's the 9.
I think he's still
Chase
with
Smith.
us.
I mean Cameron Smith.
That would have been okay. Well, Justin, that really cut off your story there. As I'll look for the replay here real quick.
God, come on, Cameron. I'm trying to get sentimental with the folks. You're killing me, Petey. You're really killing me.
What do we do first, the replay or okay? Well, I guess we'll do the replay.
Yeah,
first.
replay.
Don't
first.
let us forget about that though. We got to come back to that. This is in the Hornets' Nest, is it not? Brian Utley Jr. up top. Here we go at a turn 4. Or is it a selfie and Ducey?
Not the selfie and Ducey.
I might have to save us some time here. Apologies, ladies and gents. Here we'll take a little bit. Oh, no, it's not going to be a selfie and Ducey. All right, Bob, forklift driver, where you at?
Somebody go get him off the smoke break.
Yeah, every time. He's buffing on them things. So, a little slow down look at it. I don't think there's any net code there. Looks like definite contacts, but if you're Daniel Higgins, you can't really go up any further on the track than that. As he had the 28 of Robbie Bice, that Toyota Camry out there down the inside. We'll take one more look at it as we got some pit stops starting to pursue here. All right, one more look at it.
Just everybody decide they need to come in now?
Well, we saw one slow down look. The field is led once again down by Austin Mice. Justin, I believe he's headed to you. Oh, God.
Here we go. Coming in. I got that number 97 hot rod. He's going to come in. Right side's going on. Cruise to the car has been really, really good. No change coming on for that 97 machine. He's just going to keep rolling. Left side's going to go on. He's going to win the battle off of pit road. Good spin there. Break those tires in, son. You got to break them in real good. Battle off pit road's going to be interesting. Going to have some new faces up here at the front with us.
Good call there, Justin. Appreciate you magically teleporting back there down into pit lane and then back up here in the booth with us. As man, take a look at Tyler Massey, who really had gained, what was it? I believe 3 or 4 positions on that pit stop. Whether he took there just a slight bit less bit of fuel to tire stop, or yeah, either less fuel or a 2-tire stop. We'll have to see what happened on that number 17 Harvest Dam Studio Network machine. As we'll be right back with you here on the old SSN after a quick word from one of our sponsors and affiliates. Thanks, everybody.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here into Stam Studio Network as we're going to have Austin Mice, Tyler Massey, Sean Judson, Chris Campbell, one of the league owners himself, Brian Huntley Jr., and that's Shane Van Gisbergen, jockey number 88. Right there behind him is, looks like Brian, nope, that's Matthew Fitz, Robbie Bice, Daniel Liggins, Cameron Smith, and Brandon Moore rounding at the top 10. We're starting to see the cream rise to the top here, ladies and gentlemen. It's Austin Mice, Tyler Massey. You got the field in your hands. We are getting ready for some more green flag racing after only our second, count them, second caution of the race. Lap 91 out of 145. Green flag racing this time in a turn number 1. Austin Mice shot out of the cannon.
The jump he gets over everybody else. Here they come. That Harvest Ford Mustang going to stick it down on the bottom. Judson going to be on the outside. Here comes the 88, going to make it 3 wide as they come off of 2. Down through they go. Oh, a bump right there in the Campbell for Brian Huntley. Campbell going to lose a few spots as they go back off in 3 and 4. Huntley going to race, going to wash up the racetrack just a little bit there, and that'll open the door for Matthew Sean Judson to be able to make some moves. They'll battle side by side for P3.
Man, Sean Judson losing 1, 2, 3, 4 spots on that race restart, as it's now Austin Mice and Tyler Massey continuing to battle for the race lead. Matthew Fitzke still is right there up there with them, flirting with disaster. Brandon Moore as well as Brian Huntley Jr. That could have been big, could have been huge. Oh, it looks like Daniel Higgins washes up the hill, almost contact with the number 14 of Terry Duggan. He's got, Charles Van Schrick after trying to fix his damage on this pit lane. Looks like that Ford Dark Horse SpongeBob machine is all fixed up, but he's got to slice. He's got to dice his way through the pack as we're starting to look at this battle for the race lead. Battle for second, third, fourth, fifth. This we got battles all throughout the track here.
Everybody side by side, all over the place, inside, outside, knocking on the door like a Jehovah's Witness. I mean, they are not shaking up. Sean, what do you make of this? Do you think we're going to make it to the end, or do you think it's really causing the way it happened?
Man, I think the storm is a brewing right now. It's like we saw with Charles Van Schrick earlier on in the race. I think we saw him really baby those tires, continue to have patience on the throttle pedal on both exits, turn 2 and turn 4 there. If you're able to save me something here as a driver, and it's definitely going to play dividends as we get closer towards maybe the white checkered flag. But Tyler Massey, Austin Mice, the drivers who continue to run the fastest laps with the cleanest air on their front nose. It might just be, I don't know, we kind of have two different strategies and drivers to watch here. The battles for the race lead, and then kind of back there between Callum McCarthy, Charles Van Schwick, that's 9th, and 14th for Callum McCarthy. This is taking a little bit of damage. This is going to continue to get good as we only have, what, about 40, 48, 49 laps to go.
Well, we're starting to grind out the laps. We're going to start clicking away faster and faster and faster. I think we'll maybe have one more stop for the end of this race. I think everybody will at least have to hit it once. Now, whether it be on the green or yellow, that's to be determined. Here comes Cameron Smith working his way back up through the field. Self-induced spin earlier. And number 9 really pushing it. Here he comes, looking to the inside of Sean Judson. Now he's going to start working on Robbie Bice. Bice up there, the Monster Energy number 28 Toyota Camry, going to bounce it off the wall as it comes off of turn 2. Smith going to have the momentum to carry it off through the corner. No, Bice going to throw the block there, going down to the bottom, kind of take the momentum away from that number 9 machine.
Cameron Smith, I don't know if that was the diffuser making contact with the asphalt on the right rear quarter panel, making contact with that outside safer barrier. But Cameron Smith, that continues to be a nice long-run car, except for when he did turn into a little bit of a lawnmower earlier on in the race, but slicing, dicing, working his way through the pack. Disco balling our way up front is Tyler Massey and Austin Mice. number 1, number 2, number 3. It's Mice, Massey, and Fitz. Robbie Bice right there behind him for P4. Don't look now, but I mean, it's been the storm of brewing between 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Quite frankly, throughout about this whole race, it's been clean racing. Right now, it's side-by-side racing as Cameron Smith goes a little wide there on exit of the turn 2. Here comes Sean Judson, W Energy. Toyota Camry trying to make the inside line work. Don't send it down there a little bit too hard as here comes Brian Utley Jr. Knock, knock, knocking, trick-or-treating on that rear quarter panel.
Here he comes, Brian Huntley Jr., one of the league owners, really making this number 88 machine work for it. Here he comes. There's going to be 3 wide, starting to poke his head in. Here comes Brandon Morgan, trying to make the inside line work. He's going to make contact with the 9 just a little bit. Here comes Chuck, going to come into the picture. 4-way battle right here.
Ooh,
boy, howdy,
the
they going at
88.
it. This is for P6.
88 and the 8 right there, the little triple 8s on the screen. And then like you said, Justin, you got Charles Van Swick right there with him after a little bit of contact on his side between Cameron Smith. Man, we've seen Cameron Smith, that longer run speed, but after maybe heating up those right side tires a little bit earlier on this run, not able to find his way back up to the front. As here we're looking at another really nice battle between Sean Judson. He's up the hill there. Matter of fact, right outside of the camera shots. Brian Huntley Jr. trying to play some defense over that hard-charging Brandon Moore. Charles Van Swick is still right there with them, slowly, methodically, tire-savingly, working his way up to the front of the pack as well.
Defense! 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 Basketball chant. Football chant, whatever you want to call it. Go play that defense, baby.
And that throttle pedal as well. Got Terry, we still got Michael as well as Edward Molina joining us here down live in YouTube land. It's Austin Mice still to the point. Tyler Massey, Matthew Fitz. Let's see what old Zuber's looking to be back next Tuesday. No way! We're gonna have Michael Zuber back here next Tuesday, not only live here on the virtual racetrack, but as well as in the live camera shots. Speaking of those live camera shots, well, let's check up on him here. It's Charles Van Swick up in P8 and Kyler McCarthy still on the lead lap. The foot cam on the left side of your screen running P13 right now. Minus 10 spots where he started.
Hey, there's still a lot of race to go here. A lot of race to go here. Nobody's out of the window of winning this thing just yet. We're really going to have to make a strive at it if you want to be there at the end. Got to start playing your cards right and maybe gamble. And we are in Vegas, so do we see somebody maybe gamble the strategy just a little bit, Sean? You think, or?
If you look at the let's see, all drivers, they're at least in the top 8, if you can kind of make out the graph on the bottom right of your screen, all pitted about lap 42 to lap 45 and then 59. So maybe the first time they did pit or the second time they did pit, maybe even possibly saving a set or even taking an extra set, not sure there. Yeah, so every driver has taken a set so far as we continue to crest our way a little bit towards that last stint of the race. All these drivers saving that last set of the race, but if there is a caution, there's really not going to be the availability to a driver to really make any new set of tires works, as every driver has been on the same pit stop strategy there. So I don't know if that's a kind of long way around your question there, Justin, but that's kind of the way that I see things mapping out here throughout the end of a very important race, because we only have, once again, only about 3 races left in the season before you crown a champion.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start maybe gambling here. If you want to be there at the end and be there at Phoenix racing for a championship, now is the time. You got to start making some different moves and maybe start making some enemies here. Start making some decisions that may harm somebody else but help you out. Boy, I hate to have to be that guy, because at the end of the year, all it takes is one bad race or you hit somebody else, and they'll remember that going into Phoenix. So don't want to be that guy, but may have to be that guy. May have to be the
the Henny Dam winner, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I don't laugh because it's funny because I mean that in that instance I laugh because it's true. I think you're exactly right, Terry. And we're starting to see a little bit of a battle there for P2 starting to heat up between Tyler Massey and Matthew Fitz. It's not quite Christmas time, but it's green and red there about the bottom kind of third of your screen if you call it that. It's Massey and Fitz. It's back and forth, cat and mouse right there between lap 105 and the 109. Look at 106, almost a tenth of a second faster for Fitz right there, but really not able to work with it. Let's see what 110 is there, the 2,000ths. That is almost as fast as you can blink, I think, there for Fitz. Is he's starting to, he's quietly running away from Robbie Bice there for P4.
Trying to slowly kind of pull this gap away. Over here, let's see. Fitz, here he comes. Fitz is all over that back bumper, that 28, but man, Robbie's doing a great job here of trying to keep him behind him. Austin got the lead stretched out. Can't see the number there. It's a little under 5 seconds. There goes Higgins around. Oh, what a save. Going to drag some dirt up there on the grass. Or, excuse me, on the asphalt there. But Higgins, what a great save. That could have been detrimental to the program, but Higgins going to keep it moving. I don't know if he acquired any damage, but that's definitely going to put a damper on the night so far. Well, let's go back and see. Did he have any help?
No, just loose as a goose there to turn number 4.
He hit. You know what he did? He hit that banana.
Sorry, Daniel, I left that out last lap. As we actually, this is a live look at Daniel Higgins. He's down into the pits. I mean, Daniel, he finished P2 there at the Roval just a week ago, but he's going to make another early pit stop strategy. We'll see if this works. As well, like you said earlier, Justin, you got to be a gambling man here from Sin City and here in Las Vegas, as that should be the last 4 sets. Excuse me, the last 4 Goodyear Eagles going up there on the number 2 machine.
Well, yeah, and you hate to lose your tires that early in this race. But, man, you're going to have to take care of them babies for the last little bit of this run. But if somebody can do it, Higgins can. I know he's kind of our road course ringer here. But be interested to see if Higgins is able to keep this thing moving and grooving.
Man, you talk about a road course ringer, Tyler Massey. He finished P3 last week at the Charlotte Road. He's sitting P3 right now, that final driver interview spot. Remember, he's up there also. It's a game of 3s here tonight for the number 17, as he's up there in the top 3 of our point standings as well. And Tyler Massey, look for this driver to really pop off here heading into the last couple of races of the season. Running third, trying to slowly reel in as he has his line out right now for Matthew Fitz, ready for him to bite. Matthew Fitz is he's showing his offense, trying right now to maybe cool the tires back down to reel in our race leader with only 30 laps to go.
Thank goodness I got the old plug-in headset. Oh, stand by, baby.
Oh, perfect timing there for the old Yamentator. Is man, this battle for the lead starts to heat up here once again. It's Mice, it's Fitz, it's Massey, and then you start to look there between the 19 and the number 8 of Sean Judson and Brandon Moore. Talk about long run speed. Talk about long run pace. This was about mid-season. We really saw the number 8 start to hit those home runs there for the. I think it was when he put on the Dale Earnhardt throwback, kind of baby blue and yellow, number 2 it was. Still number 8 there, of course.
Is that Darlington?
Yeah, that was about Darlington from when he started that kind of tradition or whatever you want to call it. They are still, I mean, he's running a late model short track paint scheme here tonight, or another throwback here to Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's man, Brandon Moore right up to
a throwback to the Daytona. Now, Junior did race that on a late model a couple of months ago.
Yeah. I was scared.
Still
I didn't know
one of the
whether to
best
throw it to.
Still one of the best.
Gonna have the old. to start the old flashcards, I guess, going up here in the production meetings or something for me, because I gotta differentiate the throwbacks from the actual, I guess, paint schemes they were. Something that's really slided up there in front of Sean Judson. Almost contact between the 19 and the 8.
Here we go. And they are racing hard right here for this position. Judson not going to go away cheap way. He's just kind of hanging around there 25, looking for any kind of just little bobble out of that number 8 to maybe catch up the gap. But how about Austin up there in the lead? He's opened his lead up to about 7 seconds. Oh, Moore going to wash up the racetrack out there. Going to lose a couple positions. There goes to 28. He's going to hit pit road, come in for his last set of Goodyear tires, 25 laps left. Here comes. Oh, did he get it stopped in time to not get a penalty?
Kyla McCarthy, Cameron Smith are in as well. As you mentioned, I thought you said Brandon Moore there, who was almost making contact with the wall. Real quick, here's a really quick breakdown in a race replay. As he was, trying to follow Sean Judson there into the corner.
Let's take a look at this. I mean, he was way off in there.
Was it out of the extra 4?
Yeah, it was kind of going into 3 and up to 4. It washed up the racetrack up.
Okay, I think it was the next lap there for the number 8 of Brandon Moore, but he's actually, okay, let's see, what's, Austin Mice is down and into the pits. Here's Sean Judson in as well. So, okay. Matthew Fitz, Tyler Massey, Brian Huntley Jr., Charles Van Schwick, as well as Terry Dugay has still yet to pit. Brandon Moore, Chris Campbell, Austin Mice, they have now made their pit stops, as well as the number, looks like the number 14 has made their pit stop as well. We saw Kyla McCarthy and the number 9 make their pit stops. So Justin, as it's Sin City, as it's gambling here tonight from Las Vegas, looks like Matthew Fitz is going to pit from the race lead, hand it over to Tyler Massey. What do you like better here, Justin? Are you going to try to make a longer run work to where you have newer tires underneath you later in the race, or are you going to try and pit a little bit earlier and get that track position, get that cleaner air? So
if it's me, I think I'm going to pit just a little bit earlier and see if maybe I can get some track position going my way. You know, later on this run, we'll kind of see how it all falls and see who goes where. But I think if it's me, I'm going to pit a little earlier, see if maybe I can't get a little track position going my way.
All right, Matthew Fitz down and out of pit lane, door quarter clear. Nice pit stop there. Only falls back to P7 for that number 60. I believe that was the, oh goodness, the 69. That's what I was thinking. Didn't want to speak there, but the battle for P2 is still heating up here. It's Charles Van Schwick. He's there for P3. Look at Brian Huntley Jr. ripping the boards there on corner entry, but falling back there on the little bit of the corner exit, slamming the wheel back into a little bit sharper to the left to try and set up there turns 1 and 2, hitting that inside line a little bit lower than the preferred racing line, just about a lane and a half up the track, as Brian Huntley Jr. tries to hold off a hard charting Van Schwick. Right now it's only 4 drivers shown on the lead lap, as things have yet to cycle back out of the ground.
So here we go, checking in. Kind of come here. I think we're going to have one last stop. These guys up front, they stick this thing out. See if maybe here comes Chuck. He is riding the hiss out of the wall up there. He is going to wipe Patrick off the right side of that hot rod. Going to send him back to Bikini Bottom.
Man, we've continued to see Charles Van Schwick run that outside line, really the middle lane up, as well as that flirting with disaster on the highest lane possible that you can run. He's there out of Levittown, Pennsylvania. Charles Van Schwick currently running second after starting, I believe, 9th on the night. Only 18 laps to go. We've seen Charles Van Schwick. We've seen him save enough fuel, but this is going to be a pretty hard task if we continue to see the number 41 stay out. Justin, like you were saying, you kind of want to be one of the earlier cars to pit, or if you're making this long run strategy, at some point you're just begging for a yellow here. So now only the top 3 drivers are showing
Yeah, top 3 guys right now are only guys on the lead lap. Like I said, I'll be interested to see if maybe they try to come in, or they're going to try to run this thing all the way out the best they can, or if they've got enough fuel to make it. That's going to be the fun part.
So to recap a little bit here, if you're just now joining us, this is lap 130 out of 145. Only 15 laps to go. Austin Mice, kind of our race leader, just unlapped himself. He's running P4 as we still continue to show. Well, now it's the top 5 drivers are shown on the lead lap. Leader Tyler Massey for the moment right now, but still needing to make his pit stop on that Stam Studio Network Harvest Ford Mustang. We've had 2 cautions for 6 laps. Got to shout out the Bump and Run Cup Series drivers. Once again, putting on a show for the race fans here on Stam Studio Network. Race in and race out as we continue to crest up our really finalize the season. 9 lead changes here tonight is, well, it's strategy, it's gambling, making Sin City shine here tonight as we see Tyler Massey, Charles Van Schwick, Brian Huntley Jr. to the top 3 as we have 15 laps to go.
Yeah, nobody right now is going to, I think right now, I mean, we're going to race hard. I heard a O. I heard a O.
Yeah, that's our race leader. So as we were just starting to talk about it there, he's pitted in 3rd place after giving up 2nd and 1st. He's going to give up quite a bit more spots than that's here. But if we do have a late race caution, remember this should be our last set of tires available for these drivers. Should have a little bit. Oh, no! Tyler Massey goes way deep into his box. I'll take back what I said.
He missed it. Get revved up. There you go. Gonna rev that baby up. Hits the ground. Speed. And we're good.
It could have been a little bit cleaner executed there for Tyler Massey, but he's still in it here, as this is now only kind of a front 2-car battle here. Oh, well, right as I was mentioning it, looks like Patrick Starr is still on the right side of that. The Ford Mustang Dark Horse GOAT Racing Diecast machine for Charles Van Schwick. Number 41 is down here into the pits. That only leaves, I believe, our race leader, Brian Huntley Jr., out on the racetrack just trying to hunt for a caution, as this Austin Weiss, Brandon Moore, Chris Campbell, Matthew Fitz are what should be rounding out and cycling out here to the top 4.
Do you think you get a caution, or do you think Huntley's going to have to pit?
Well, that's excellent timing there, Justin. Good timing on the question, as that'll pretty much sum it up. That's going to cycle everything back out here and around for the Bump and Run Cup Series live from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Appreciate y'all joining in here tonight. It's going to be Austin Mice back out to the race lead, but man, ladies and gentlemen, don't look now. Brandon Moore also with a very nice pit stop. These front 2 runners are separated by, I believe it's going to be about 7 seconds over Chris Campbell. Austin Mice has had the speed, had the pace tonight so far, but Brandon Moore only 0.4 of a second back, 10 laps to go. It's going to be a game of short run speed here tonight. It's Chevrolet Camaro versus Chevrolet Camaro.
Somebody's going to have to give. That's going to be the thing here. Who gives and who makes it to the end? Who's able to kind of make their long runs be working? Who's going to have to eventually give it up? I'm getting nervous here for somebody, because I got a feeling somebody's going to stretch this thing a little further than they want to. It's going to put a real damper on the day.
Looks like all of, all these drivers should be good to go on fuel, but you really start to look back there in 7th and 8th position between Charles Van Schwick and, and then I guess Brian Huntley Jr., who did make their pit stops about 15 to 20 laps later in this run. So they're going to have way more grip in their sets of Goodyear Eagles. But right now, it's going to be a battle for the race lead, and it's going to be here between these 2 drivers if there is no other cautions. And if we take a look at this last lap time history, Oh my gosh, as Brandon Moore blinks out. I thought he was almost done for the night. Well, now Brandon Moore, he gains 4 thousandths of a second, lap 135. 5 thousandths of a second, lap 136. It's coming down to the nitty gritty. This time only, well, 3/10 of a second back behind our race leader.
Here we go. Here comes Moore. Having a great run here. Hoping to maybe cycle it his way. 8 laps to go. It's going to be Austin. It's going to be Brandon Moore. The gap back to Fitz, I think, it's a little much to try to see if he can catch this group. So it's going to come down to the 97. It's going to come down to the 8. Moore has picked up a couple victories. I think Austin's still looking for one on the season. So this 97 going to have to wheel and deal these last 7 laps to try to pick up the dub here in Vegas.
And it's 2/10 of a second continuing to close for our race lead. It's, I mean, 0.05, what is that, thousandths of a second separating 9th, 10th, and 11th battles. But we'll keep it out here on the race lead. And Justin's, we're coming to 6 laps to go. That's, I think, 12, a little bit more than 12 miles, probably 20 miles if my math is mathin'. Austin Mice versus Brandon Moore to the race lead. How hard are you fighting on defense? And what are you doing on defense right now if you're our race leader of the number 97, Austin Mice, our pole sitter?
Well, what you said, defense. The only way you're going to be able to get this thing done, you're going to start here, not make any mistakes. Just be there. Make good decisions and don't put yourself in any position you don't feel comfortable doing, because that's what's going to end up hurting your night. Ultimately doing your race in. So just making sure you're smart here and keep that 97 hot rod under you.
Yeah, man, you said it best here, Justin. Hit your marks for that number 97, Austin Mice. He's got Makoni set up shop. He's got some Stam Studio Network affiliation as one of our members down here live in YouTube land. Well, it's now separated by just 1/10 of a second. Brandon Moore, we've seen this time and time again. It is about double the oval iRating of Austin Mice right now. But hey, these drivers have gone against each other lap and lap. I mean, race and race almost. It has been the whole season, 28, 29 races at a time here. It's Austin Mice. It's Brandon Moore with a 7.5 seconds lead over Charles Van Schwick. 3 laps ago, this time by Brandon Moore. He has the clean air. He has the inside line, but Austin Mice, he has the momentum. What happens here heading across the stripe and into turn number 1?
They head back off in through 1. Moore going to be able to complete the pass on the 97. Is the 97 able to get back to hit his bumper? Does he have to use the old chrome horn as our party? Right now he's got losing the pace. The gap growing as they head back off into 3 and 4.
Brandon Moore, he slides
does Brandon
a little.
Moore maybe push this thing a little too far? We've seen it happen earlier on. Seen it happen earlier. Is Moore going to be able to bring this thing on around, or is Austin able to kind of keep with him? The gap's still growing, but all it takes is one slip up and Austin's got a chance. He's just got to hope and pray that Brandon makes a mistake.
We're going to be coming to the white flag lap, the last lap to go in the race, this time by Austin Mice. He's had the short run speed, but Brandon Moore, not only tonight, but as well as quite time and time again, race throughout the race season for the Bump and Run Cup Series. We've seen the longer run speed work for that number 8. Brandon Moore is the last lap, only 1.5 miles to go here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The gambling man just has 2 more turns to go as Austin Mice gets way loose there to turn number 2.
Way loose. Here we go. Here comes some more. Back around through here. One last time through the corner. White flag is out. Checkered flag is shown. Brandon Moore going to pick up the victory here in Las Vegas. Austin Mice P2, and here comes Chuck. He's going to bring it home. P3. Matthew Fitz P4. Sean Judson P5. Chris Campbell P6. Robbie Bice P7. Brian Huntley P8. Tyler Massey P9. Here comes Cameron Smith to round out the top 10.
What a race, what a finish here tonight on Stam Studio Network as Brandon Moore takes it away from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. That Budweiser All-Star Game 2001 throwback paint scheme backing into victory lane. Burn this puppy down, down, down. Brandon Moore, you have deserved this. we'll be right back with you here with some unofficial, official race results as well as the top 3 driver interviews.
Right. Am I going to go ahead and go over there?
Leading 6 laps of tonight here, it's Brandon Moore to the race win there. That's another checkered flag sticker going on the number 8 Chevrolet Camaro. Let's take a look at our unofficial official race results, and then I'll mosey my way on over down into the top 3 driver interview booth. Brandon Moore takes away the race win. Austin Mice thereafter leading, too many laps tonight. 8.5 tenths of a second down there to the race lead. He'll finish B2. Charles Van Schwick, he's been damn quick throughout this whole season, whole race here tonight, especially number 41. Claws back up to V3. Matthew Fitz, Sean Judson, Chris Campbell, Robbie Bice, Brian Huntley Jr., Tyler Massey, Cameron Smith, Kyler McCarthy, Daniel Higgins, Stan Mayberry, Terry Dougie, Samuel Archibald, Willie B. Roberts, John Holliday, and Joe Stipe rounding up the top 18.
So with that, that's going to round out our top 18 here in Vegas. If you'll hang with us shortly here, folks, we'll have some driver interviews, so don't go too far.
I figured that's what it was, because I just sat behind you. I didn't run any faster.
Yeah.
It's so easy to do. I've done it.
I don't know if we're live yet, fellas. So
Yeah, y'all are good. You got it,
Oh,
Justin.
we're good? Okay. All right, folks, I have caught up with our race winner, Mr. Brandon Moore, down here in Victor Lane. Brandon, you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, we're going to bring that baby right back to Tennessee here tonight. Great job here tonight. Brandon, able to pick up the win here in Sin City.
Heck yeah.
Now, Brandon, you got any, what was kind of the mindset coming here? Was it just a good finish? Was it, just try to get there, or what?
My mindset every race is to win the race if possible, and we put ourselves in a good position at the end of that race, and did a 2-tire call to get a little bit more track position, get a little closer to the leader, and didn't burn them up too bad, and made a move there at the end. Just timed it as well as I could, and it just happened to work out, and here we are.
Most definitely. Well, man, you're able to get the win here tonight. What's your game plan going into Talladega next week? Do we got to try to stay towards the back and hope for a caution there at the end of the plate, or are we going to try to be aggressive and stay up front most of the race?
Well, I've said it and I'll say it again. There's no safe place at Talladega. You ride in the front, you're getting the bumper the whole time around, and one wrong move and you wind up in the wall, and you sit in the back and the big one happens, and then you're playing dodge the cars. So you pick your poison and you just hope you pick right, and at the end of the day, if you can come out with a top 10, I think you had a successful Talladega.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, Brandon, you got anybody like to thank tonight, buddy?
I just want to thank broadcast booth. Y'all always do a fantastic job. Want to thank the admins who make this league possible. Most certainly want to thank all the drivers. Without the drivers coming out each and every week, we can't put on these good of shows for the folks at home. And just thankful to be able to come out here and run as good as we did, and come out with a win. It's definitely hard fought when we had a lot of fast cars out there.
Most definitely. Well, Brandon, we thank you each and every week for racing with us, buddy, and I believe Mr. Sean Stam has caught up with our second place runner.
I appreciate that, Brandon. Have a great rest of your night. And that's right, Justin, I'm down here with Austin Mice. Austin, you got yourself a copy, man.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Well, Austin, what a run here for you tonight. What a run throughout the whole season, sitting third in the points. Definitely going to continue to help you out here. I'm seeing the 2,600 oval iRating That's, I mean, with all due respect, you got some drivers with some pretty high ratings, but right there, I mean, keeping it up there in the front of the pack, P2 tonight. Not only, yeah, how did you get it done? Walk us through how you continue to get it done throughout the whole season, number 97.
Yeah, absolutely. Really the name of the game, especially tonight, but really all season long, is taking care of your stuff. The nights where I don't end up front is the nights I'm pushing too hard, too early, get anxious, what have you. Tonight, as far as how we end up P2 and really should have won it, was just taking care of the stuff, taking care of the tires, not being too early on throttle out of the corner, coasting into the corner as well. And then, of course, knowing when it's time to start pushing. There at the end, I knew Brandon was behind me. We both took 2 tires. Obviously, we had the winning strategy call, but I just pushed it too hard, too early, with too low tire pressures with Brandon behind, and just didn't have anything the last 3 laps. So kind of a bummer, but overall, still a good night.
And that's an excellent breakdown there, Austin Mice. And the 2-tire stop there for the front couple of drivers, but that really puts it in perspective just how important each and every single lap is there. I mean, a little bit of tire saving here, a little bit of tire saving there. You never know, and you might need that extra Goodyear rubber. But I will congratulate you on the P2 finish, Austin. Real quick before we let you get going, who are we shouting out to? Who are we thinking here tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, SSN. You guys put this on, and it's obviously appreciated throughout the whole field. Every night you always hear everybody say thank you, and we truly do appreciate it. McConey Setup Shop, I think it was pretty evident with the performance tonight. They had the winning set on track. Unfortunately, the driver just messed up. So McConey Setup Shop, Jeff and all those guys, Skipping Sun's Heating and Air, DCS Underground, Fast Shafts, Show Me Restoration, 76 Custom Concealment, all those guys, know them personally, great people. Check them out for sure. And then, of course, everyone who watches every night and everybody who allows me to do this.
Yeah, thank you so much, Austin. That goes a long ways there behind the scenes, and thank you for your contributions here. Little monthly subscription here to the old SSN, little monthly member, and congratulations on setting the pole here tonight. And almost won it, but you'll finish P2. Can't wait to see the McConey Setup Shop and rip around the high banks of Talladega. Have a great rest of your night, Austin.
Absolutely. Thanks, Sean. You as well. We'll see you.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, real quick before we throw it down there to the commentator and our third place finisher of Charles Van Swick, real quick, like Austin was mentioning there, we'd love to shout out the YouTube land there once again, and everybody down there live in YouTube chat, Terry, Carrie, Ted, as well as looks like Michael Zuber's still been chilling out here with us, as well as Ted. Appreciate it, every single one of you, race after race after race. And now, I think we can unofficially cut it down here to the commentator. I think he's caught up with our P3 driver, Charles Van Swick.
Mr. Chuck, you got a copy, my friend?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, me and Sean were talking about it earlier on in the race here before it got a little crazy. First of all, how's it feel to have your logo in a NASCAR video game?
It's pretty good. It's a couple people in other leagues pointed it out. I guess I technically have one employee, my buddy Jameson out in Phoenix, who helps with the website. He sent me a text and I was pretty excited. I was pretty bummed out about a month and a half ago when Brayton reached out to me and they said that car was going to get made into a 164. So I was like, oh, that's cool. My logo would be on that. And Lionel emailed him back like 5 minutes later saying they're not going to put my logo on a car because I do customs. So I was a little bummed out, and then I got my spirits picked up seeing it. And a bunch of people reached out to me throughout the leagues that I'm in and our sponsor about the logo.
Man, that's pretty cool, though. So I'll have to make sure when I get my copy of that Goat Racing Diecast logo is going straight on there somewhere, that's for sure. But let's go back to the race tonight. Bringing it home P3 after kind of a tough qualifying lap, starting third. How does it feel to kind of get at least a good top 3 tonight?
I mean, it feels good. I mean, it's I don't know what it is with this track. It's one of the easier tracks, but I struggle with it. I'm always very loose. I mean, I pick my looser set because I always do, but then once I started running, and I didn't practice, so I didn't have time to say, all right, this is too loose. Maybe go to the benchmark, maybe go to the tighter setup. Qualifying, I hit the apron on my first lap, or a third, yeah, coming out of 3 and 4, I had no exit speed. And then I think I spun it in turn 1, trying to push it to try to get a little better. So just a rough night for me. You know, the bump on the high line got me again out of nowhere. You know, I had about 1.5 minutes of damage. I got most of it fixed. And then towards the end of the run, I knew I had to do 2 tires and then just rip the wall and hope I can get, you know, I had to keep my streak alive at talking to you guys. So you know, I planned on just ripping the wall once I came out, and hopefully it was either going to be a caution or it was going to stick, and it stuck. So, you know, I got past, I think I came out 8th or 9th and got past up to 3rd pretty quick. I was hunting them down, but just ran out of laps, and the way I was pushing, it didn't matter if I had more laps. I probably tires would have equaled out because I was full throttle most of the time. I don't know if you were on my cam or not, but I mean, I was fighting the wheel the whole race. It was fun, frustrating, and you know, it is what it is at this track. I'm not good at it, even though it's one of the easier ones.
Hey, we'll take a top 3 any day of the week. You know, we'll take, obviously a win's what we're hunting, but a good top 3, we'll mark that in the winner book right there. Charles, you got anybody you'd like to thank tonight, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, you guys for the great broadcast. Nah, that was weak. You got to do that again.
Justin, you got to join me here.
Yeah, Brian and the admins for putting on the league. Wish the numbers would get up because it is a very fun league. It's, you know, the racing's really good. I mean, we have our cautions like anywhere else, but it's pretty good. And then you know, to the guys, you know, Brandon and Sean, and you know, I think Zero or Justin popped in late. You know, he wasn't racing tonight. I guess we'll be back next week. And the guys in there, and then obviously to my company, GoatRacingDiecast.com. I'm gonna be putting up a lot of stuff. I've been behind with the pre-orders and everything. I've been busting out some customs, which, by the way, there's my logo again. There's a custom right there for Prescott Tires, the Greg Van Olst that I sponsored last year in the championship race in Phoenix. New, pre-owned, or previously owned. Pre-orders, apparel, sponsorships. Got a lot of stuff going on, and hopefully growing a little bit. Once I move down to Maryland, I'll start doing lives on Sunday, and I'll throw some discount codes out here as long as I continue to get interviewed, and then we'll go from there. I'll get some people paid and get some. I do the diecast company, not the fatten my pockets, but the fatten people's collection. So I'm always cheaper than everyone else, regardless of how many times I get yelled at.
Well, man, we appreciate you tuning in and racing with us each and every week, and obviously all the work you put in to do all the diecasts, man. They turn out awesome. If you're out there and need a custom diecast, make sure to hit up Mr. Chuck at the Goat Racing Diecast. Check him out on Facebook, and go to Talladega next week. Ought to be a fun one.
Yeah, another super to luck race, and you know, generally I sit in the back, but I think I'm going to be pretty aggressive and pushing people. I'm better pushing than leading, so I'm not expecting to win. Hopefully finish 2nd or 3rd, pushing somebody to the win. That's I actually enjoy doing that at super speedway races. Hate leading because you're constantly looking in the rear view and it sucks.
Folks, that's going to wrap us up. I'm going to send it over to Mr. Sean, and he's going to send us on home.
All righty, well, thank you so much, Justin, for catching up with our race winner in P3 for Brandon Moore and Charles Van Schwick. Congratulations to Austin Mice for finishing P2. Thanks, everybody, for hanging around here on Stam Studio Network. It's I seriously can't thank you enough. The drivers for putting on a show race after race, and as well as the league owners, everybody down there live in YouTube land. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll catch you tomorrow night at the same time for some full throttle performance next gym sim action here from Las Vegas as well. Virtual Sin City tomorrow night from 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your night. Until then, It's Sean Stam here, a Stam Studio Network. Justin Y'all, Y'allman Tate here with me. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your night.